Good morning, everybody. This your boy KCFL King Seth for Life Wrestling Takes. I'm here to give you my recap on what I thought about Monday Night Raw. CM Punk makes his return back to the place. See, I thought this was just the place where he walked out. Apparently, this was the place where he made his WWE debut. So that whole place, Cleveland is so connected to CM Punk, it don't even make no sense. We opened the show with a match / promo with Yeet Man. Yeah, so WWE, let me tell y'all something. I guess WWE lawyers' pockets is deep because whatever they paid that young man that had the ownership or the trademark, the Yeet word, they must have paid that cat a lot of money because WWE got the Yeet back for Jey Uso, so he had the shirt back on. But so he was out there, and then Drew came out just rambling. Said something about CM Punk, said something about Seth, said something about Sammy. Then he started turning his attention back to Jey Uso. Talk about, I'm going to apologize to Sammy, and this is what you should have done. It's that easy. So, I mean, just capping. So they got into it, and they did their thing, and Drew wins again. And guess what? Main event, Jey looks like a joke. So we get a backstage segment with the Judgment Day. Things are not going right for them. The Judgment Day is looking like a complete joke right now. Dom just lost his North American Championship. Nobody knows who the true leader of the doggone Judgment Day is. Everybody's getting into it. You got Damon getting into it with Rhea. I mean, it's like they all over the place right now. Things are just not going right. But they said tonight we're going to get back on track or something like that. You know, it is what it is on that. Then we go from a goofy, from a somewhat decent segment to a goofy segment with Tozawa, Alpha Academy, the Creed brothers, and then R-Truth, who for some dumb reason thinks he's in the Judgment Day. Listen, I tell y'all all the time, you know, for the cats who truly think that R-Truth is the guy, and R-Truth, I'm like, y'all fools really don't understand. Y'all truly don't understand. I'm trying to tell y'all don't. Y'all really don't understand. I mean, I try my best to break it down and give it to you in layman's terms, but R-Truth is what you would call the dumb black man gimmick. If you think that's fantastic, if you think that's funny, ain't nothing funny about that. And people gonna say, well, didn't they do that on TV? Yeah, they did it on TV. They sure did. They did it on TV, but here's the deal. The way how they pulled it off on TV back then, if you want to say like doing a lot of the black sitcoms back in the 90s or whatever, in the early 2000s, the way how they pulled it off in a way where you can understand what's going on. But see, in R-Truth's case, that man is just buck dancing. That's all he's doing. Genuinely, that is all he's doing. He's just shucking and jiving. It's nothing funny about it. Absolutely nothing. We got, let's see, because I'm going off the top of the dome. I'm just talking about it. So we got Rhea versus Maxine Dupree, and I'm sitting up there like, now, y'all know how much we get on Tony Khan's case for just doing random matches and random championship matches that don't make sense, right? You got to ask yourself, how in the world did Maxine Dupree, number one, deserve to be in the same ring as Rhea Ripley, and two, how did she deserve to even get a wrestling match with her? I'm just trying to make it make sense. Like, I get it, H trying to do something different, but no, and the match was terrible. And so after the matchup, Ivy Neal was right there because she was in her corner, and I know exactly where they're going. I said, well, here's the match that I actually wanted them to do at War Games. I'm like, don't do it right now. H, whatever you do, I pray we don't do Ivy Neal versus Rhea Ripley right now. What you need to do, add legs to it. Ivy Neal is going to defend her friend's honor at the Royal Rumble. But what you need to do, Ivy Neal needs to get victory. She needs to start beating everybody. Matter of fact, I know wrestling is so freaking played out with these doggone tournaments, because that seemed to be the number one thing now. Nobody the creativity is out the door. I'm serious. Like, creativity is out the freaking door. I'm serious. It's out. Like, don't nobody know what they're doing. Like, from Tony Khan to Triple H to, in some cases, even Michaels and them. But, like, look, what I do is I get myself a number one contendership match. And what I would do, I probably would have had Ivy Neal versus Maxine Dupree. Now, the match probably would have been kind of, weak, just as bad as Rhea and Maxine Dupree was. But I would have had them two go, and I would say whoever wins gets Rhea at the Royal Rumble. So now what we're doing, we're building towards the Royal Rumble. We're not just having random shows that don't lead to nothing. And like I said, basically that's what happened. So she got beat, and Ivy Neal just looked at Rhea, and that was that. Let me see. We got another rematch of the big boys going at it. Bronson Reed versus my man Arvar for the 18th millionth time. Don't give a crap about it. We got a couple of backstage segments with CM Punk. He ran into his old homeboy, Mr. Kofi Kingston. He ran into him, and he said, "You're making me crazy." He said, "I ain't got no Jamaican accent no more." But that kind of was, cool segment, like I said. And then you had Kofi, you had Ricochet, and you had Chad Gable, and they all walked into Adam Pearce's office. So I don't know what they're doing with that. The Miz asked for one more shot at the IC title with Gunther and them. Let me see what else happened on the show that I actually gave a crap about. Okay, so let's talk about it. So the beatdown that happened. So the Judgment Day out there, R-Truth come walking out there, and he talk about don't nobody in the group like JD and Damian Priest, you're a good boss, and all this bull jive. And so next thing you know, all four of the members beat the snot out of them. So it took the Creed brothers coming out to R-Truth's rescue to save them and all this crap. And I'm like R-Truth, it really took a beat down for four cats to really tell you that you don't belong in that group. I mean, it genuinely took four cats beating you down for you to realize, oh, maybe I'm not in the group. The dumb black man gimmick is played out. Ain't nothing funny about it. Ain't never nothing gonna be funny about it. Especially when you got somebody that's running the show that don't give a crap about black folk. So I'm like, it is what it is on that. The promo, let's talk about it. The actual promo itself. Seth Rollins is out there. CM Punk is out there to quote unquote make his decision whether he's going to stay with Raw, NXT, or SmackDown. And before he was able to sign, Seth Rollins come walking out with this glitter purple suit on. Not laughing or nothing like that. He gets in the ring and he addresses CM Punk. He tells him right off the jump, let's call it for what it is, bro. I can't stand you. I hate you. And your behind came crawling back. You talked all that bull jive over, about a decade ago. And now you're back here acting like everything is all good. Like, no, like you need to quit. Like you on bull jive. So then, like 80% of what he said was pretty much the same exact crap that Heyman said. It was like word for word. I was like, well, I mean, it's copy and paste, And I seen cats say, well, it was based on the delivery. It felt like Seth gave a better delivery than Heyman. Man, to me, it's about the same old. At the end of the day, the best line was what CM Punk said. I'm signing here for Raw, and guess what? There's a huge possibility that if I enter that Royal Rumble, I might end up facing you in the main event at WrestleMania. I said, all right, cool. That was pretty much the best line out the whole thing. Like, to me, it was the same exact promo that we got when Heyman and CM Punk. The same exact promo. Like, I really didn't. I mean, I seen cats getting excited about it. I'm like, look, I'm just ready. Just get me to the match. Like, because as of right now, CM Punk ain't really going that hard against Seth. He really ain't. He ain't really going that good. Like, y'all want him to to go blow for blow. He ain't done nothing yet. He ain't done nothing. So I'm just looking forward to the match. I can't wait for it. I know, you know, when it go down, they're gonna do work, and we already know who's winning. Now, word has just come out that both Becky and Seth Rollins contracts are coming to a close sometime in 2024. Interesting. With him running around here acting like he can't stand CM Punk. Well, maybe what if him and Becky say, look, I know I talked all that bull jive about AEW being a little league's production. How about me and her go over there? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Listen, wrestling, you never know. You truly never know when it's concerned to pro wrestling. But I'm telling you right now, from what I've seen, is a whole lot of the AEW heads that quote unquote don't want him or Becky over there. So that stuff would be hysterical if they actually decide to jump ship. I'll be laughing. I'll be on the floor busting up laughing if that stuff happened. Oh yeah, let's talk about it. So the anime DBZ promo, Nakamura talking about Cody. The anime job they did made you feel like you was watching Dragon Ball Z. Like that was pretty cool how they put that together. The problem is I had was the matchup itself. Cody versus Nakamura, man. Listen, y'all. If they was gonna do everything that they did, they could have just had Nakamura just win. I mean, cheat the win, do the red mist, cheat the win, and then just beat the snot out of him. They did this overblown, extra dramatic. I got to make Cody look goofy and making me. I'm sitting up and saying, I'm like, look here, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so ready for Cody to go heel because this babyface run just ain't doing nothing for me. It's really not. I've been over him trying to play this babyface, this super Cena cat. I'm over it. I've been over it since before he even left AEW, because when he was at AEW, I wanted him to turn heel. So I don't want people to say, oh, you hating because he ended up. No, I told you, Cody Rhodes shines best when he is a heel. Dashing Rhodes, for me, is my favorite version of Cody Rhodes. When his face got broken and he had to wear that face mask. That was my favorite version of Cody Rhodes. This crap that he been out here doing, I just honestly don't give a rat's behind about it. I don't. But what I would have done, I would have had Nakamura win. But you know we're going to do part 2. What I would have did, part 2 is going to take place in the Royal Rumble. Part 2 will take place in the World, because like I said, knowing H&M, that's what they're going to do. They're going to play it out. They're going to have like 15 million. Guess what? You know the rematch is coming. You already know. The rematch is either going to be next week. It's going to be watch. I know how this stuff works. I know how it works, because that's the E. The E, all they know is rematches always, is what I call Raw. Rematches always weekly. And sometimes it even happen on SmackDown. Rematches always weekly. That's all they know. They don't know nothing else. They don't. So I'm expecting the rematch to happen next week. I'm expecting because Cody won because of disqualification. Because he red missed him. And then as he was getting jumped, the Creed brothers came out there. I'm like, man, they got the Creed brothers all over the place, boy. They got the Creed brothers all over the place. Now, I didn't talk about it, but it was a 6-man tag team match. It was The Miz. It was in DIY versus Gunther and Imperium. Rematch City, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? The hometown heroes actually went over. They actually went over for a change. And so that's why The Miz said he wanted another shot. So Gunther told his behind, look, I give it to you, but if you lose, you ain't never getting another chance, another shot at me ever again. So that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, man, Monday Night Raw to me, man, needs to definitely go back to 2 hours and 15 minutes, because I'm over this 3 hours bull jive. Cats ain't doing nothing. Cats ain't aren't making sense. I feel like I'm just watching something because I cover it, and that's about it. Like, it ain't really nothing that's really making me say, well, I can't wait till next week. I'm serious. I'm very serious right now. And I know some people gonna say, man, you just being, but I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just telling you bold-faced truth. Like, I'm genuinely not. I don't. Oh, I forgot to talk about it. Becky and Nia Jax had a promo. They had a promo. They did. I thought they was gonna wrestle each other, but apparently no. They called themselves trying to up-one each other. Nia Jax said, "You nothing without me." Like I said, there wouldn't have been no man if I didn't break your face. And then Becky said, well, last I checked, your behind too big, that you just messed up both your ACLs and all this. I mean, they tried. You know, it is what it is on that. They had a promo of Casey Caton and Carter and them. They're trying to make them the next women's tag team champs. So they're going against Tegan Knox and not Tegan Knox. They're going against Indy Hartwell and Lacey. What's Johnny Gargano's wife's name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Candice LeRae. So they'll be going against them, and I'm assuming whoever wins gets Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. You know. But ladies and gentlemen, that was pretty much Monday Night Raw. I genuinely, like I said, I watched the show and I was like, okay, on to the next. Like I said, I want what I want from them. Like I said, I just want them to make me care. That's all I ask. I do the same thing with AEW. Like y'all just genuinely had to get me to care. If I'm not caring, man, I'm like, what are we doing? What are we genuinely doing? That's all you can, that's all you can ask for. But I ain't got nothing else to say, man. I'm on my way to work. I'll talk to y'all cats later. I will be watching NXT tonight to see exactly what was the fallout of doggone Deadline. Are we going to get any more subtle teases of you-know-who turning? We'll find out. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all cats. Oh, before I end this video, I want to give a shout-out to one of the new cats that subscribed to me, and we had a very good discussion. I know we kind of disagreed a lot, but I love that it was a very civilized conversation that we was having in the comment section. Salute to the man, Mr. Marcus Brown. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. Yeah, man, listen. Hey, listen, this is what wrestling is about, bro. This is what it's about. It's about having civilized discord. We don't have to hate on each other. We don't have to cuss each other out and all that crap, talk disrespect. Just respectfully disagree with one another. And that foolishness with King Mike, man, I'll probably talk to him, see what I get you back on the page, because that's just foolishness right there, man. Come on now. I mean, look, like I said, you just had a disagreement about Rio. That's it. I don't know why he would have banned you. I don't know why, but it is what it is on that. But I'll talk to y'all cats later. I'll let you boy.